Risk is part of our daily lives. Tornadoes, hurricanes, winter storms, earthquakes, although they never happen in Washington. Much of the risk that we're subject to can be mitigated, some of it by design. For example, we can build more or higher levees. It's possible to design and build buildings which are flood-proof or which are designed to withstand a great deal of shaking from earthquakes. Fortunately, not all risk requires very expensive solutions. For example, it's possible to zone away from location in hazardous areas. But at no time can we afford to design or to plan for every kind of risk which might exist, for all the risks that are out there at the same time. In times of economic constraints, we have even greater problems because there's less money available to deal with the risk that exists. So we have to ask, for each level of government, federal, state, and local, are the solutions that we're proposing most appropriate for the level of risk that exists, for the mix of types of risks which exist, and for the location of risk that's there? Is the risk that remains after we've designed appropriate? Is there risk that's not being addressed? Are decisions to reduce risk by the private sector and by individuals the best ones using funds that are available? Are the funds being used in the right amount relative to other expenditures that the government has to make? Are there risks that are not being addressed or risks that are being under-addressed? Is the mix of solutions and the spending that's being made equitable for all subgroups in the population? What do we do in a future where the level of risk may be different than it is right now? In a future where, for example, climate change may change the frequency and severity of storms or drought, may change the locations where these types of disasters occur, may change temperature in a number of different parts of our country, may change the level of sea level threatening coastal areas, or changes in risk due to changes in population and population density, or risk changes as a result of land use change. While we can't address all of these questions in a one-day roundtable, what we can do is continue an ongoing discussion and, after hearing the ideas that are presented, look at areas where we should be concentrating our future efforts.